Key points, resource graph view. The first key point is telling you the values for resource graph are taken from the task assignments and displayed on the right side timescale part of the graph. This timescale can be customized according to your needs. So the name of the view is resource graph view. That is, it is a resource related view. Though it is a resource related view, the information displayed in the view will be taken from the task assignments. And it will be displayed on the timescale part, which will be in the right side part of the graph. On the left side, you will have the legend for the resource graph view. This right side part is timescaled and it can be customized. It means at level 1 you can have year, at level 2 you can have quarter, at level 3 you can have month. Or if you want to customize, at level 1 you can have month, at level 2 you can have week, at level 3 you can have days. Key point 2. The graph can show measurement with respect to peak units, work, cost, overallocation, among others. This can be done by choosing the graph drop-down menu from the data group under the format tab. This point is telling you when you open the resource graph view, there will be resource graph tools shown on the top bar of MS Project. Under this resource graph tools, you will have format tab, under which you will have data group. Under the data group, you will have graph drop-down menu where all these options will be listed. Peak units, work, cost, overallocation, remaining work, remaining availability, among others. Key point 3. The graph can show measurement for one resource, for a group of resources, or for a resource and group of resources together. So this point is telling you that you can have 3 possible information, and this can be done with another command that is called bar styles command. This bar styles command will be also part of this resource graph tools. Under that you will have format tab. Under format tab you will have format group. Inside format group you will have this bar style command. With the help of this command, you can show measurement only for one resource, or you can select a group of resources that also can be displayed in the graph view, or you can compare a resource with a group of resources together. Key point 4. In a split view, if the resource graph view is displayed in the bottom pane below a task view, say Gantt chart view, then the displayed values are only for one resource for the selected task on the top pane. Right now we are talking about a split view. In a split view, on the top pane we have one view, and on the bottom pane we have another view. In this case, on the top pane we have a task related view, say Gantt chart view. Now on the bottom pane we have another view, which is the resource graph view. Now you selected a task in the Gantt chart view. As you selected a task in the Gantt chart view, the resource assigned to that task will be available in the bottom pane. That is the resource graph view. If you have multiple resources assigned to the task, then in the resource graph view, you have a horizontal bar which you can drag left or right to see the information with respect to resources one by one assigned to the task which you have selected in the Gantt chart view. Key point 5. In a split view, if the resource graph view is displayed in the bottom pane below a resource view, say resource usage view, then the displayed values are for all tasks for the selected resource. So right now it is a split view, but slightly different compared to the 4th key point. Here in the split view, on the top pane we have a resource related view, say resource usage view. And in the bottom pane, of course, we have the resource graph view. Now in a resource usage view, which is in the top pane, you have a resource and all the tasks assigned to that resource, which will be shown. Now when you selected that resource, in the bottom pane, which is the resource graph view, you will have information or the values for all tasks assigned to that selected resource. I have extended slightly the next line. It is telling you it also can be for a group of resources or one resource compared with a group of resources. So in the split view, on top pane you have the resource usage view. Now you selected multiple resources from the resource usage view. So you can see that information as well in the resource graph view, which is in the bottom pane. Or you can compare one resource with a group of resources in the resource graph view as well. As we proceed with respect to our understanding on the resource graph view, we are going to learn more on the various key points that I just informed you. On these key points, I am going to explain the subsequent usages of resource graph view. For example, while adjusting critical resources, or while viewing the cost for the entire project, or looking at remaining availability, or looking at assignment information. Those things we are going to see as we proceed further.